Hey YouTube, here's Heiko, reporting from my garage. Again, working on my 1974 R90/6 BMW. We're really close. I just painted the front fender and the rear fender. Once that's installed, I can put the rear light, blinker, license plate holder, reflectors and all that stuff on. Today I put the new mufflers on. They are not BMW original. They are some reproduction, much cheaper. We'll see how long they last. For the now, they sound pretty good, and they look pretty good too. They look really original. They even have the little indentation here on the left side for the axle to come out when you want to take your wheel off on the side of the road. I have some fans running here in the front, one for each cylinder, so I can actually start it up and let it idle a little bit. Still have a few things to fiddle around with. Oh yeah, I mounted some bar end mirrors. They are also a reproduction of a British design. This seems to be a really good quality reproduction. The hardware that they use is stainless steel, and the parts are really high quality. Put new grips on. All the controls are in place. The only thing that's really now missing functionally is the brake master cylinder and the brake caliper. Caliper that sits on my workbench is ready to receive some new seals, and then it's going to go back in, no problem. I also have new brake pads. I just want to do a proper cleaning of the rotor. And the master cylinder is currently being rebuilt, re-sleeved by a company called Apple Hydraulics. I'm also getting this master cylinder, which is a 14mm master cylinder, already prepped for a second brake line. Here's one brake line. If I would have dual disc, I would have another brake line on the other side. And the easiest way is to just run it right into the master cylinder. So I'm getting that also ported. Oh yeah, and the calipers that are ultimately going to go on there are those two here, Brembo. Not this one, this is way too modern. These two, they also need to be rebuilt. $27 is a rebuild kit. And then I need different fork legs. They're right here. They also need just a new seal up here before I put them on there, and some clean out. I will rinse them out with some kerosene to make sure there's no gunk in there. And I probably will strip the paint off. I rather have this bare aluminum look. It's a little bit more original. So I have two fork legs. I have already the brake calipers, and here on one of those extra wheels that I own, there are two rotors on there. I will run them with a micrometer. No, with a what is it called? The not micrometer, the little needle instrument to test for run out. I can't come up with the English word for it right now. Yeah, and figure out which of those two rotors is better dimensionally and also run out wise, and then I will mount it here on my spoke wheel right here. Yeah, two new fork legs, two new calipers, second rotor, and the master cylinder will be already ready to go for that. And now I'm just gonna start up the motorcycle a little bit. It might smoke a little bit from the mufflers here because unfortunately I put some never dull on there, and that wasn't a good idea, but hey, what can you do? All right, parking light turns on, and then it goes to low beam. I just found out that my generator light, for whatever reason, my instrument cluster is not working as it should. I know it's in neutral, but the neutral light is not working. It was working 5 minutes ago. I don't know why it is not working anymore. High beam, the high beam indicator is working, but I think my switch here has a little bit of some issues. it's showing high beam all the time. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, maybe the light bulbs are all burned out now. They were working just fine 5 minutes ago. Anyways, let's see if we can start it up. Choke on. How am I gonna do this? That's with choke. My light bulb just came back alive. Nice. And I currently also have my synchronizer hooked up, which is homemade, self-made. Let's turn the choke down a little bit. Oh. Yeah. Some carb adjustments is probably still necessary. Oh, suddenly all my lights are working again. I guess they just needed some vibration. That's good. Cooling is still working. All right. Pretty much we're almost where we can do test runs outside, carb adjustments and that kind of stuff. Just waiting for the front brakes and plastic parts to be installed. Yeah, I'll show you the plastic parts. Oh, my messy garage, it's unbelievable. Look at all this. Here's another one. I decided, since I don't have the money currently to do a full-on paint job and paint matching, that I'm painting the plastic parts flat black. Rattle can, and I'll say yes, there are a couple nicks because I didn't do much body work. This fender was in such great shape. It was white actually. I just sanded a little bit, scuffed it all up, degreased it, and you know, for a rattle can paint job, this is really not terrible. Not terrible at all. The rear one is in a little worse shape. It has some scuff marks from where the fender was rubbing on some stuff. There are also a couple nicks in the old paint, and I didn't sand that all flush. Here's another one. But overall, just the appearance of the paint from afar. Once there are the blinkers mounted and the license plate and the reflectors and it's in the frame, nobody will see the difference. And I hope this fly is not stuck to the paint. No, perfect. The battery covers are going to be the same. So the only blue part on this bike is going to be the tank, which has already gotten new knee pads. Maybe I shouldn't leave the battery on for so long. So new pads and new emblems. And yeah, it is all how it needs to be. This is a brand new float bowl. The old one was leaking. It wasn't the float setting. It was not overfilling. It was actually the overrun tube, which is a brass tube that's put into this aluminum housing or zinc housing, that was leaking. So this is a new float bowl. Here in the back is everything is filled, and I also have a little sight glass in the transmission, so you can see the oil level in there, and engine oil is good too. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Of course, front engine cover is missing, and I don't have a horn yet. But you know, I worry about those fancy things once we're actually at the point where. It's weird. Anyways, battery is installed. brand new battery hold down. The wing nuts here are not original. I kind of had to improvise. We'll see what we're gonna do. Maybe I buy the ones that BMW sells now. They are plastic. They look like those here. We'll see what I'm gonna do. For now, this is gonna work. It holds the battery in place. I moved the battery forward a little bit with a piece of fuel line. Just pushed it forward so that the hold down doesn't touch anything, you know. And my fuel filters work well. I did fuel tank coating that's red. Nothing has come out yet, so the coating seems to be holding up well as well. Yeah, everything is almost ready to go. We're gonna get registration for this thing before the summer is over and at least ride it a few times. That's at least my plan. We'll see. All right, guys, take care. Bye.